from Rock History Music. How is everyone doing this afternoon? Just got some news that Steven Tyler is back in rehab, and some of the Aerosmith shows have been canceled. There's a statement from the band that reads, "As many of you know, our beloved brother Steven has worked on his sobriety for many years. After a foot surgery to prepare for the stage and the necessity for pain management during the process, he has recently relapsed and voluntarily entered a treatment program to concentrate on his health and recovery." The statement also wrote, "We are truly sorry to inform our fans and friends that we must cancel our first set of Las Vegas residency dates. This is in June and July, as he focuses on his well-being." This could have been, as most of you know what's coming. This could have been a statement that is on the other side of this. We're losing a lot of rockers from Taylor Hawkins, most recently, that had been fighting the fight and somehow didn't win that fight. And so Steven Tyler is still with us. It looks like he's trying to get better. It's a shame about the dates, but I'd rather cancel dates and have him healthy. That's the big thing about this news story. You know, he and Joe have been they've been struggling for a lot of years. The band struggled for a lot of years because of it. Creativity suffered a little bit, but again, he's trying to make himself a better person, so we wish him well. Thanks for all the folks who have been here. I'm going to read some of your comments. If there are, in fact, some of them that are coming through, I'll put the volume down just to see. Ryan, hello. Ryan Lindsay, nice to have you on here. What is your, by B-52 song? We're not really talking about B-52s. So, thanks for the info. Hope he gets better. I'm sure he will. I think at his age, depending upon, I've had relatives, and a lot of you probably have too. As you're getting older, it is easier for some to get on the straight and narrow. And my dad, for instance, was a drinker, and then he reached a certain point in his life. In his case, it was alcohol, and he just quit without going anywhere. He just had enough. But that's not the case for a lot of people. If you understand addiction, there's been a lot in my family that it's a difficult thing to get through. It's a monkey on your back all the time. Michael Say says, "Get better soon, day tripper. I got here late, so we just got on, by the way. So you can tell me what happened again to Steven. He's in rehab." And I'll read the statement again. "As many of you know, our beloved," this is from the band, "our beloved brother Steven has worked hard on his sobriety for many years. After a foot surgery to prepare for the stage and the necessity for pain management during the process, he has recently relapsed and voluntarily entered into a treatment program to concentrate on his health and recovery. We are truly sorry to inform fans and friends that we must cancel the first set of our Las Vegas residency dates this June and July, so he focuses on his well-being. We wish him well." Again, I must say it again. This could have been a whole different statement today. With anyone who's been living this for a long time, we could have been, it's not an obituary. So let's just say that. Ryan, you're off topic. I'm not sure. We're not talking about any other band. We're here to Brutus Plaque. Good afternoon. Love your post. Thank you. Hopefully Steven can recover. Drinking, most of the family have been in and out of rehab. I never drink or partied. To each their own. Well, sometimes having abuse problems is a when in Rome thing with rock and roll, of course. A lot of them live, and Joe and Steven especially, in that band. I was just listening to a lot of Aerosmith yesterday and just getting into the fact that even in their low points, they sounded better than some other bands, John Adams, hi John, hopefully gets better. Great lead singer, great band. Totally agree. Wolf Tracks. Hello, John from Florida. Hey, man, nice to have you back. Mahatma Gumby. Jails, institutions, and death. Okay. Melissa 143 says, "This is awful news, but no, it could have been worse, right? Let's remember this could have been real bad considering what could have happened. This is not an obituary. He's getting better. He caught himself, or someone in his family or the band saw him slipping, whatever it was. We're not going to speculate, but someone saw it. Ryan Lindsay, Steven Tyler is a great singer. He is indeed. David Carney, wish Steven the best of health. I was in rehab back in 98 over booze, so I know what it's like. See, David, you completely understand what it's like. And anyone who's had problems with addictions, and addictions come in a lot of different forms. I mean, you could be addicted to bingo. You could be addicted to, but that's not going to kill you. You could be addicted to a whole bunch of things. Gambling, that could send you down a real tough path. But everyone, whether you've dealt with it or not, everyone can understand, if you're really honest with yourself, that it's either you or someone in your family. It's always that case. It doesn't, doesn't get smaller than that. So everyone understands how difficult that is. So he will get through this, Braden. I understand. I completely agree with you. Trance 9. Wow. This came out of nowhere. Hope he kicks it again. I can relate to the battle. See, a lot of you can. Jerry on the radio. Seems like Steven and the band are being proactive here. I agree. And I'm also glad he's going to put his health first. What else we got? Well, thanks for everyone who came on. Whenever I hear about, it's that thing, we all feel this, where this is someone who, I'm 62 years old. I grew up with Aerosmith. I mean, from, the mid-early 70s, first hearing them and watching the progression of, if you listen to the early Steven Tyler voice as opposed to the 80s Steven Tyler voice, he had perfected his lane and his voice changed, and you start singing differently, usually after 10 years, a little differently. And I like where he was in the 80s, the fact that they came back then and they were one of the biggest bands. Remember, they got that huge recording contract, and a lot of folks were saying, why would they give them that much money, for a band that seems to be washed up? But man, they came back big time. Had a lot of help, but they came back big time. I'm going to read some of your comments. Nanya says, Columbia did a preliminary drug test of his urine. Hardly an official test. The statement was irresponsible, as if your comment, it's not irresponsible at all. Queef says, I doubt it's rehab. Oh, just an old man dying? Oh, come on. John Swanner Music. Weird interview by him and Joe Rogan the other day. Day Tripper. Alcoholism runs in my family. I stopped drinking 10 years ago, stopped drugs 20 years ago. After a while, drugs and drinking just gets too exhausting. It gets to be exhausting. For anyone who's dealt with it, Lori says, hi, Lori, nice to have you on here. Health first, mental, physical, and emotional. Sending good vibes. The fact is they could have said anything, personal reasons. They could have done anything here. And we can't speculate. All you can do is this is what they're telling us. If it's something else, if it's something bigger or whatever it was, I'm sure we'll find out. And, he deserves his privacy right now. Sharon says, so many musicians live on the edge and need help to pull them back. May Steve be completely rejuvenated. Every day is a completely new day. Sharon, you speak the truth, and that's basically what it is. Remember, again, before anyone is judgy about this, this is something he's lived with. This is something he probably has thought about most of his life since getting clean. It's a tough thing to go through, and if he's willing, he'll go through it. And let's hope that he'll be okay. Anyway, we're going to bow out. Aerosmith cancels shows in June and July. Their Vegas residency. He's in rehab. They wrote after foot surgery to prepare for the stage and the necessity of pain management during the process. He has recently relapsed and volunteered to go into a treatment center. So that's basically it. Anyway, thanks guys for hanging out with us. If anything else breaks today, we'll come back on. Tonight we're going to come on and talk about your breakup albums. Do you have breakup albums? Everyone has a breakup album. Something that helped you get through a breakup. I was mentioning last night that Toto, the seventh one, was one of those, and Mr. Mister's second album, Peter Gabriel's So, was one of those that helped me get through my divorce. And everyone's got a breakup album. Think about it, bank it, come back on tonight. We'll be on probably around a little after 9, probably 9 Eastern, or Atlantic, 8 Eastern. And we're going to talk about breakup albums. So get your list ready. Take care of yourself, guys. Thanks for hanging out. This is John Beaudin, Rock History Music.